Okay. Hello everyone, it's Fockwolf again. I'm here with a pretty much I keep inventing my own new series, but this one you're definitely going to like. Um, has to do with some particular trick to reduce latency in StarCraft maps, as well as a way you can tint that won't mess with team killers. You see, tinting via the Actors tab also tints the team killer, so you can't really use it for regular units because it comes. I'm going to find a way to do it that doesn't have those issues. Now I'm going to show you the end result of such tinting and team coloring. Just give me a minute here. We're going to go to the StarCraft maps, Barbarossa, and start off with that. Alright, by the way, yes, I am starting another map project. This is not supposed to be a popularity climber, but you can all enjoy it. Everyone so far sees the raw potential in the map. It's called Barbarossa. It takes similar mechanics, land mechanics to World War II Diplo, namely combined arms and more of a broad strategy style, which appeals to a lot of people and is pretty rare in StarCraft too. Takes a lot of complex land mechanics that can give you a huge advantage if you just bother to learn them. And I'm going to help you about that. And just brings it into a fight between Germany and Russia, 3v3. On the left side here, you have army groups north, center, and south. And over here, the Leningrad front, the Moscow front, and the Ukrainian front. So you're just going to have to fight it out. There's going to be objectives you can seize. This is not finished by any means. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, now to the actual part you came here to see. The first thing we're going to deal with here, for instance, there's the siege. Where'd it go? Aha. The siege tank mercenary. Notice how it's kind of green. Tried to replicate the Russian green. So what's going to happen is the German tanks should be more gray and the Russian tanks should be more green. But you notice something I told you about earlier. The team color still looks correct. That's because we're going to do it a little bit different way. Now the texture involved with this, so if I can hunt it down. That's not it. There we go. It's a green texture. Pretty simple, right? But a green texture here too. Pretty simple, right? But there's something special about this. Take a look at the regular StarCraft 2 default texture size. You'll notice a particular thing about them. They are huge textures. Even with DDS compression, they're still 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels. Whereas these ones here are only 256 pixels by 256. Now, that may seem like a reduction of a factor of 4 to you, but it's not. Remember, it's two-sided, so it's 4 times 4, or 4 to the power 2. So it's actually a reduction of 16 times from the actual texture size. Now, when it goes to StarCraft and is rendered on models, it does not fry graphics cards nearly as bad as the old textures do, or the default ones do, which are just downright huge. In fact, World of Warcraft does not use texture resolution like StarCraft does. StarCraft 2 actually has higher texture resolution in most things than World of Warcraft does. So if World of Warcraft computers on occasion with extreme graphics, don't even ask what StarCraft 2 can do. And so it's a pretty big thing here. If you want to cram more than just a few units on the map, this can really help improve your graphical performance. All right, now how to do it. First things first, here we're going to have to close the map editor because we have to open some MPQs. And we're going to go find the MPQ viewer. There's a link on this in SC2 Maps that can be quite helpful once I just find it. Aha. All right. It was right here. Ah, there we go. MQ list files. All right. Simple MPQ editor. I think it's actually a Google code one, but there's a link on SC2 Maps you can find pretty easily. And we're going to go dig for the file. Now, for this sort of thing, I think it's pretty much just a Liberty mod. We're going to go find the Ghost, or Rifleman in World War II Diplo terms, and we're going to team color him for Russian. And we're also going to reduce the texture size for the German one, too. So I believe we're in base SC2 assets is where we're going to find it. And let's see, stuff units here. We're going to go to Terran, and there's the Ghost. Now this M3H, we don't need that. I'm not even sure what it does, but we're not going to use that. It's the M3 here we're interested in. So we're going to go here. We're going to right click and go extract. Change our folder to the one we want. Now, when you export this stuff, it does keep the file hierarchy. I'll show you what that means in a second. Excuse me. I'm having sinus drainage issues right now, so I'll talk a little funny. I also have a speech impediment. All right, here we're gonna go to our models here. We're just gonna click on that. Barbarossa, and we're just gonna go there. All right. Now exports the ghost. Now we're not done with this MPQ editor yet, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go look at the file itself. All right, we're down here. Go to Models, Barbarossa, which is Assets folder here, Units, Terran, Ghost. They kept the same file structure. And there's a ghost.m3. All right. Now, I told you in a different video how to make it so you can import files into 3D Studio Max. So I'm not going to go over it here, but it's pretty easy to find. There's actually a guide on SU2 Maps where I'll tell you everything you need to do. So first things first, I'm going to take my student copy of 3D Studio Max. It tends to be best to use 2011, considering that's what StarCraft 2 was kind of designed on, as well as with the export tools that are actually available to us, namely the third party. The guys even work on it anymore, but those are the tools available to us. And so 2011 32-bit tends to be the best one I've found. And just going to open that up real quick. Now guys, this may seem to get a little complicated. It's actually insanely simple, so don't let my speech impairments or deficiencies in explaining it get in the way of you realizing that this doesn't take much effort. Nor does it particularly take much time out there. Alrighty, we're going to here to Max script M3 import. We're going to import that ghost. So we're just going to go here real quick. Barbarossa, assets, unit, string, ghost, and there we go. All right. This window here it pulls up is the important part. We need to write down virtually all these textures. You notice how Blizzard likes to cross texture stuff. It actually uses the Nova texture for some things. So besides the decals, we do not actually want the decals for what I'm doing. We're going to go find all of those textures. So ghost underscore fx.dds. We're just going to write them all down. Nova underscore diffuse. Nova underscore normal. And H poly. I'm actually not this H polys. We don't need those. High poly is kind of, yeah, we do need it. Never mind. H poly. Sorry, this is down a whim. Down here, diffuse map, and we have H poly ghost specular. I'll explain what these ones are in a minute. And H poly score ghost norms. All right. So we want to cancel that actually. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go dig in the MPQs for those textures. Now for the most part they should be in the exact same folder you found the model in. So we're going to go find first of all the Nova texture. Let's see if we can find those Novas. And it may not be in this dependency though. We'll have to see. Not seeing it. Okay, it's in the campaign dependency. But the ghost should be in here definitely. So we're going to find the G's. Alright, there we go. Ghost FX, we want that one. So we're going to extract that one. And we're going to take it to the exact same place we took the model to. Namely the root folder of Barbarossa, because it will keep the same file structure. So go there, Barbarossa, hit OK, and export. So you got that one done. I'm going to cross that one out. Now, H poly ghost, high poly ghost. Some models in StarCraft have high polygon versions, and some have low. So the only part that's really important about that is the part where high polys will use up more of your graphics card. That's all you really need to know about it. So H poly, see, is it in here? There we go. There it is. Okay, we're going to take this one. We need that one and that one. And should be good. For some reason they don't use the emissive, even though they have it in here, but it's Blizzard. And we're going to go to SE2 maps, models, Barbarossa, and export those ones too. Alright, now we get to go digging in a different dependency for... Look back in here one more time so we can find it. Now, you may see multiple mods and texture. Multiple mods have the same texture folder. When StarCraft, you actually go in the game and in the map editor, StarCraft 2 actually combines all these mods and all these textures into the exact same texture folder. So the path can reference to multiple mods, but in the same texture. I'm just looking around for that Nova texture. These can take some time to find. It's probably one of the most annoying parts of this. There we go. Normal diffuse, normal, and just diffuse and normal. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to extract those as well. We're going to put those in the same Barbarossa folder we did the other stuff. So the models, Barbarossa. Okay, now that's done. Now, here's a little thing about 3D Studio Max. When you import models, it will not be able to link the textures from the folder you import the model from, so you have a special organized folder. Instead, you have to do the following. Once 3D Studio Max stops crashing on me. There we go. I don't like that program one dang bit. Alrighty. We need to go hunt down our particular textures. Here's all our textures. We must now take them all. Right-click copy. Let's now hunt for a 3D Studio Max folder. So here we go, Autodesk. 3D Studio Max 2011. Let me go to this folder called, you would never guess this, Maps. As you can see, I have quite a few textures already copied and pasted here, so I know the texture paths. You see, without this, the materials will just be blank, because it won't be able to pull any materials, textures for the materials. It will only look here. It's annoying, but that's what it does. Once you save a .max file, it will look elsewhere. But until you can do that, you have to have all the textures the model's referencing to or trying to use it as materials in the 3D Studio Max Maps folder. It is really annoying, and it took me a while to figure this one out, but that's what you got to do. We're going to go back here, and we're going to find 3D Studio Max again, and we're going to start it back up. Now, frankly, I'm not sure if you actually need to restart it, but given how buggy this program can be, I'm not really interested in trying to experiment with it. Once I find something that works, I just tend to stick with it. Alrighty, we're starting up. M3 import, open, Ghost M3, and import it. Now, it's looking for the decal. You can use the decal if you want to. I'm not going to stop you, but frankly, I don't even bother with it. Most of the times it's not visible, unless you're like a pro melee player. You don't want to cares anyways. Alright, so we got the model in here. It's being imported. Alrighty, we have our ghost. Lots of bones attached.